Hey guys, welcome to another reading vlog, except this is going to be a special one because we are headed to Disney. So today we're heading to Kansas City. We live a little ways away from there, so we're going to go spend the night up there and then head out in the morning. So we are driving now. We're going to stop soon and go to lunch. We've had a request from the back for Olive Garden, so we're going to stop there. And then we're going to this town's library book sale. So that'll be really fun. Hopefully not too many books, because I am working on taking down my TBR, and I have taken 21 books off my shelf just this year, and I've read all but one. So that is awesome, and I really feel good about that, but still I can't resist a library book sale. So that's what we're doing. I just finished this morning Sacred Sins by Nora Roberts, and it is the first in a series. And sorry if it's a little bouncy, we're on the interstate, and so I'm trying my best to keep my arm steady. But Sacred Sins, it was a 3-star book for me. It was about a killer going around, and he was using like the white part in a priest's like robe and stuff, the part that goes around their neck, and he was using that to strangle girls. And so the book is about trying to figure that out. It's from Tess is a therapist, and then Ben is the cop, and they brought Tess in because they were kind of at a dead end, and so they're trying to get into the mind of the killer and see if that will help give them any clue as to who's doing this. So I thought there were 3 things that really bothered me. One, I felt zero chemistry between Ben and Tess, and like I even had to go back and reread chapters because somehow they went from like adversaries to lovers, and I like missed. I mean, I reread it, so I didn't miss it, but like it was really not believable, and the chemistry just wasn't good. So didn't like that. I also thought the writing style was really confusing because she would just intersperse like texts talking about the killer within the normal text, and so it would switch and say like he was watching her and he was doing this and that, and I never knew, like, was he talking about Ben? Was she talking about the killer? Was she talking about some other guy? Like, it was really confusing. So the whole time I was like not sure what was like going on, and it really made it hard to guess who the killer was because I feel like I knew from the beginning. So that was weird. And then also the ending was really fast, and like it just wrapped up really quickly. So 3 stars. It was an enjoyable enough read. I'm not going to continue with the series, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but it was entertaining enough. So that's it. I'm only bringing my Kindle on this trip, and we're gone 8 days. So I've got some books that are on my physical TBR I found on Kindle, either through my library or through Kindle Unlimited or anything like that. But I might also take the opportunity to read some of the Kindle Unlimited ones that I've been really wanting to read, like Eleanor and Gray, really anything from Brittany C. Cherry, and all those awesome Kindle Unlimited authors. So we'll see. I will update more later and let you know how the trip is going and what I read. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi everyone. So we just left the book sale, and bad news. I walked in and it's a town's library that I've never been to. So I said, excuse me, where is the book sale? And she said, it's canceled. So that was a bummer. Like I said yesterday, well, I guess it would have been in my last vlog, but yesterday school was canceled, everything, because the ice was so bad. And it's like our second big ice storm or whatever already this year. So that's a bummer. They couldn't get to the library to set up, so they decided just to cancel the sale. So I'm really bummed, but also it's not that terrible. They did have like a whole bookstore that is just used books, and so I stopped in there and got 3 things. I got What She Knew by Jilly McMillan, and this one, all of these are ones that I've kind of heard about, but I don't know a whole lot. And this one is a mystery thriller, and I paid $1 for it, and I think that's a good price to pay for thrillers, because I mean you're probably not going to read it more than once you already know the whodunit or whatever. So this one is the first one. Then on that same note, I got Pretty Baby by Mary Kubica, And I've read a couple of hers and liked them. I know she's kind of a controversial author. Some people like her, some people don't. But I liked the one or two that I've read, so I'll give this one a try. And then last is, sorry, my bag's all twisted. The Last Anniversary by Leanne Moriarty. And this one, I am just a big fan of Leanne Moriarty. I like how she kind of mixes women's fiction with mystery, and so this one sounds good, and I thought I'd give it a try. I paid $6 for the 3 of the books, so not bad. And again, I'm only adding 3, and so that's not terrible. So now I'm gonna drive on to Kansas City. My husband's gonna nap because he stayed up too late working on our new house, so I'm gonna drive, he's gonna nap, and then hopefully my daughter's gonna nap too, and it's gonna be a nice quiet ride. So we'll check in later. Hey guys, so we made it to the hotel, and on the ride up I listened to Off Season by Anne Rivers Sidons, maybe, and it is so boring. It says it's about like a woman who loses her husband, and so then she goes back to this summer house and is just kind of like trying to rediscover herself. But it's all about like her childhood in this summer house, and the writing style is one that it just personally I don't like. It's very descriptive, very flowery, I guess would be the word, just overly descriptive of everything, and I just am not enjoying it. I'm about a quarter of the way through. I'll power through just because I hate DNFing, but that's that. So we are about to go find something to eat and go just to a little grocery store because we've got like a full kitchen and everything. So we're gonna go get a couple things and come home and go to bed. We're all tired, I think. So that's the plan. We'll check in with you tomorrow. Hey guys, so we made it to the airport in Orlando, and that flight did not go as expected. It was my daughter's like 6th round trip or something, and this time on the way up she just started throwing up everywhere. So her and I are covered in vomit, and it's ugh. So we're waiting for our bags and so we can get us changed, and that's that. So we will be calling the doctor for some Dramamine or something. I don't know what you can give an almost 2-year-old, but we're gonna do it. So before we left, I finished whatever that Off Season by Anne Rivers Sidons, and it did not get any better. It was continued to be not at all what I expected. It was about a woman who her husband died, and she goes back to their summer house to just be alone and grieve alone, and she like remembers her childhood while she's there, and then remembers her time with her husband there, and there's some paranormal stuff, and it just was boring. 2 stars. So that's that. I haven't started anything else because it's been a pretty eventful couple hours, but we're gonna get some lunch and we'll see where the day takes us. I'll update later. Bye. Hey guys, so we are in our room in the hotel right now. We are staying tonight at Disney Springs. Gosh, I look like I've been through a day. So we're staying at Disney Springs tonight, and then tomorrow we move to a property on the resort grounds or whatever you call them. But right now we just went to Fogo de Chao for a late lunch, and even though we're vegetarians, that's like our favorite place to go because the salad bar there is so good. So I literally feel like I can't like sit up straight. Baby and food are fighting for room, and it's like 5:45, so I don't know what we'll do the rest of the night, but we are watching the Chiefs playoff game right now because we are big Chiefs fans, and they look like they're gonna walk away with this one. So Chiefs maybe going to the Super Bowl, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna start The Last Summer of Me and You by Anne Brashares later this evening. I don't know, I think we're gonna finish watching this game and then go try to find like a grocery store and just kind of get some essentials and just see what there is to see and explore our area. And then hopefully there was no nap to be had by anybody today just because of the timeline. So hopefully we'll do a kind of early bedtime, and that'll be the day. So that's it. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, I'm coming to you from our room again. It's not that much later, but I just realized I never really gave a good recap of Off Season by Ann Rivers Sidens, and I'm writing my review of it right now. So things I wanted to say about it is more than just it's not good, because it's not, but it's supposedly about this girl's first love and then her husband. And the first love happens when she's 11 years old, and it ends when she's 11 years old. Like, it's not like it starts when she's 11 and it goes on forever. It starts and ends when she's 11 years old. And so that part just got me from the beginning, like, really? And that her character, when she was 11, she was written to be so much older. It was just not believable at all. And then when it came around to her relationship with her husband, I felt zero chemistry, and like, it was just not, like, overall the whole book, like, we hear more about the house that was a part of her mom's or her dad's family, and it was so not interesting to me. So that book was like just not good. And there's a paranormal twist that I think I might have mentioned earlier, I don't know, but that was silly to me, and ugh. So I'm writing my review, and it's, like I said, 2 stars. Update, Chiefs are indeed going to the Super Bowl, so that's exciting. Now the next game is the Packers and the 49ers, and my sister lives in San Francisco, and that's where we're from, so I'm kind of going for the 49ers, but I would be happy either way. It'll be a fun time seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. My husband is sitting on the couch kind of like a little kid, because he's never seen the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl, and we are longtime Chiefs fans, so there's been some dark days for us. So that's exciting. We are going to my parents are here in Florida with us, so we are going to take my daughter to their room and go to the grocery store, and then just walk around a little bit. I think are close enough to the parks, I don't know, to maybe see some fireworks tonight, and we've decided we're going to stay on Kansas time, which is an hour behind Florida here. So that means we'll be staying up late and sleeping in late, which we don't do at home at all. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of nightlife in this girl. So that's the plan, and now for sure I will check in tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, so it is about 4:30 on Monday, and we are in our fourth hotel room of the trip. We are now at the Beach Club Resort on the Disney World property, and we got into one room, and they put us like right by a construction site, like right by the bedroom window, and so it was so loud, and so we asked to move rooms, so we moved rooms, and now we're settled. My daughter is napping, and my husband is returning the car to the airport, because we rented a car just for the day yesterday, so we could get all of us and all of our stuff here to the hotel and have a car seat. So we did that, and now this morning we were at Disney Springs, and so got up, worked out, ate breakfast, and then got all of our stuff and drove over here to the beach club, and then we went to Magic Kingdom. And I thought that would be like the bee's knees for my daughter. Guys, she was scared shitless. Like, first of all, it's January 20th. Like, why are all these people at Disney World? I don't know. This was supposed to be their slow season, but it's crazy. So there's 1.5 million people, and she's kind of a sensitive kid, I think, and she just gets very overwhelmed by like a lot of people, and so she was very clingy. And then we went on the not Pirates of the Caribbean, the Peter Pan ride, and she, the whole time, it's like, guys, it's like a 5-minute ride or less, and the whole time, Mama, all done, Mama, all done. She did not like it. So I think rides might be a mom and dad only thing. My parents are here with us, and so they can hang out with her. And then we went to lunch at the Crystal Palace, where they have Pooh Bear and his friends, and this girl loves Pooh Bear. Like, her nursery was Winnie the Pooh, and so she's got Pooh Bear and Tigger and Eeyore and Piglet, and like she sleeps with them every night, and so we thought she would love it. Not so much. The life-size ones really freaked her out. By the time we left, she was good with it, because like they weren't coming to her, she could go to them, and she wouldn't go to them, but she was fine like waving from a distance and she wasn't crying. So that's that. It's been a little bit of a bust between the throwing up the whole way here and then being scared and overwhelmed. And so maybe this trip was not the best idea, but mom and dad are having fun. So now she's napping. My husband's returning the car. My parents, I think, are unpacking and all that kind of stuff. And I am just doing some work on the computer, and I think I'm going to sit down and read. I did start last night or yesterday, sometime the last summer, Me and You by Amber Shares, and I'm not very far in, but it's about again, like a summer getaway, I think. I don't think they live there all the time. I think it's a summer getaway, and there's two sisters, and one of them is like Miss Confident, has all the friends, whatever, but she's maybe dyslexic, I think, and so she really struggles with the school stuff. And then the other one is really good at the school stuff and all of that kind of more academic things that her sister is not good at, but then she's got confidence issues and whatever. And they have a friend, a boyfriend that is a family friend or whatever, and I guess they kind of grew up together, and then now he's coming back to the island, and the younger girl, who's really brainy and bookish, she's 18 or 21, I don't know, she's an adult now, and the other sister, her and the boy are 3 years older, so I don't know what's gonna go on. I think it's mostly a story about sisters, and then with a romance thrown in, but I don't know that for sure. So far it's decent. I'm maybe a third of the way through, so I think my book a day trend is gonna end today, because as soon as she gets up, we are gonna go back to Magic Kingdom, and we've got one more fast pass today, and it's for I don't know, another ride that I thought she would like, but I think we'll just probably go on it by ourselves. Being pregnant means I can go on about as much as a 2-year-old can. So as far as rides go, we're not gonna be doing anything super crazy, but we'll walk around there. Tonight we're doing dinner here at our hotel. They have a buffet dinner or something. And y'all, we have been eating buffets like nonstop. Like this morning, my parents are Hilton Gold members, so breakfast, it was a free buffet. Then lunch, we went to the character thing, so that was a buffet. And like, I can't keep eating like this. I just can't. Like, I feel like I'm waddling beyond my 5-month like I start the meal 5 months pregnant, and I end the meal like 9 months pregnant with food up to my mouth. And like last night we went to the grocery store to get a couple things for, like, we don't do dairy, so we had to buy soy milk and just some snacks and stuff, and we ended up getting frozen dinners for dinner, and I ate baby carrots and green beans because I just had like so much, like I felt like I couldn't breathe because there was baby and food from lunch. I mean, it was a really late lunch, so I don't know. So that's the thing. We are just eating, exploring, walking around, having a good old time. So today's Magic Kingdom. I will update with any more if we do anything fun or have any crazy experiences, or if I finish this book, which I very highly doubt it. So that's that. Hope you guys are having a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and we'll talk to you later. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday, January 21st. I'm guessing on that. I think that's right. But today, well, last night we ended up not going back to Magic Kingdom because by the time my daughter woke up and my husband got back from the airport, it was like 6 or something. And so then we had dinner reservations here at the hotel at 7:30. So we just walked around the hotel, and this resort is so big that there's so much to see anyway. So we did that, and then sleeping didn't go as planned. We were all up until like 11, and my daughter ended up sleeping in bed with me. And so then she got up super early, and it just, we're all running a little low today. But I did finish The Last Summer of You and Me by Amber Shares, and it was okay. I think I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars. It was eerily similar to the book that I just read, and so I don't know if that kind of did it a disservice because I didn't like that book. So it just kind of reminded me of the same, but it was about these people that had a summer house on this island. It's a pair of sisters and then a boy that they were really good friends with. The boy is the same age as the older sister, and The three of them are just a trio. Like I said, the older sister is really confident, great, good at like very manual things. And then the younger sister is very bookish and smart and not quite as confident and good at the other stuff. So it's really just about the three of them. There's some love, there's some sister relationships. There's she goes for like kind of a tragic ending that then ends hopeful. And I just never felt connected to the characters. So I think that was the problem for me. Like the story at its bones sounds okay, but I just never felt connected. So when the emotional things happened, whether it be good or bad, I was just like, okay, so that's what's happening. So 2.5 stars, wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I'm a fan of Amber Shares, I thought, so I don't know, maybe this just one wasn't the best one. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna start. We're just about to head out to Hollywood Studios. We're gonna see Beauty and the Beast this morning, and then also Sherlock Holmes, Indiana Jones, and then we've got lunch plans over there. And so that's this afternoon, and I will get on an update when I start something else or we have something else to update. Talk to you later. Hey guys, so it is 9 o'clock on Tuesday evening, and last time I updated, I said we were gonna go to Hollywood Studios, and we did do that. We took, we just walked, and we got a little lost, so we ended up taking a lot longer, and we barely made our fast pass, but we did. And we went on, oh my gosh, I'm like we went and saw Beauty and the Beast live on stage, and my daughter loved it. She had so much fun, so that was good. Finally a win at Disney World. And then later we went to the Indiana Jones stunt spectacular or whatever, and I don't think I've ever seen an Indiana Jones movie, so for me it was just okay. My daughter didn't like it because it was a lot of explosions and loud noises and you know, that kind of stuff, so she didn't love it, but whatever. And then we went and ate lunch there at Hollywood Studios at a place that had Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy and Goofy, and she still wasn't a huge fan of the characters, but she did let Minnie give her a high five, and she was the most into Minnie, and then later she let Donald kind of get close, but still not a huge fan of the characters. After lunch, we came back here, and my husband and I went back to Hollywood Studios and went to the Toy Story Mania ride, and that was so fun. It's like a car you get in, and it kind of spins a little bit, but you have 3D glasses, and you like shoot things like kind of like art, you know, like the carnival games where you have to like shoot things down and you get prizes for how much you did. And especially my husband thought he did good, and then like the high score for whatever was like 5 times what he got, so that was crazy. I don't know how that would be possible, but I guess somebody's done it. So that's that. If you can hear, there's fireworks going on in the background, and that's really fun. I think those are the Magic Kingdom ones, so we can't see them super well, but we can kind of see them. Epcot and Hollywood Studios, I think both do them at like 8 o'clock, so we missed those because tonight, once we came back, we've been eating like on the property every meal, and it's just so expensive. And so we ended up getting an Uber with a car seat and went to one of our family's favorite chains. It's Sweet Tomatoes, and sometimes it's called Sweet Tomatoes and Soup Plantations. It's like a salad bar restaurant, but it's got all sorts of stuff. And so that was really good. And then we just got home. My husband is doing bath, and then we are going to all crash. Last night was, like I said, I think earlier, it was a mess. So hopefully sleep is better tonight and everybody sleeps in, but it's not vacation if you don't have some sleep struggles, I guess. So just no time for sleep at Disney World. So as the day was going, I did start The Deepest Roots by Miranda Acevedo on my phone, and because I have an ebook version, and I actually met her. She is from my hometown, and so she went back to our hometown and did a signing and all of that, I think maybe either right before or right when this book launched. And so my husband and I went. It was at a local coffee shop, and we went, and I got a signed copy and got to meet her, and it was really, really fun. If you guys haven't watched Common Spence, his name is Spencer, and he lives in Kansas City, as well in the area, and he, I guess, went back for it too, and I didn't see him there, but just fun. If you haven't checked him out, he's awesome. He hasn't been making videos for a while, so I don't know if he's on a little hiatus, but he's awesome, so entertaining, so good at just everything video related. So he's awesome. Check him out. I'll link him down below. But yeah, gotta show some love for Kansas people. This The Deepest Roots is set in Cotton Hollow, Kansas, and I don't know if that's a real place or not. And I got like maybe 5 pages in because I was just reading like while we were in line, and I mean, I kind of hate to even look down when we're at Disney because there's just so much going on. So I can't tell you anything about it or anything, except so far it's the opening scene is a tornado in Kansas. And personally, I've only ever lived through one tornado, and they're scary. They're definitely scary. So, but so are natural disasters that happen anywhere. So that's that. I'm going on tangents, so I'm going to stop now. Tomorrow the plan is Animal Kingdom. Orlando right now is going through like one of the biggest cold spells I guess they've had in a long time, which is just so fitting because we brought the weather with us, I guess. But here today the high was like 53 or something like that, and at home it was 33. So I'll take it. And this morning, like, I was walking to go work out, and it was like 40 here and 8 degrees back in Kansas. So again, I'll take it. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit warmer, still chilly. And I've heard Animal Kingdom is the coldest park just because there's so many trees and kind of shade for the animals, so you don't get quite as much sun. But we'll just layer up, and we're going to spend the day at Animal Kingdom. So that's the plan. And hopefully I'll get some good reading done tonight. It depends if I've got a little girl in bed with me or if I'm by myself. I mean, or with my husband, you know, just adults like in the bed. That's a kind of struggle of hotel, is you're all in one room. So even with my Kindle or my phone, it still lets a light out. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get some reading done tonight, and I'll have something actually to update bookish wise. But until then, we'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, so it is about 10:30, or no, probably not that late. I think it's like 10 o'clock on Wednesday, and we are just about to head out to Animal Kingdom. We have waited as long as we can in the morning to leave because it is cold. It was like 36 this morning when I was walking to the gym, and I think it's like 44 now. So I've got 2 pair of pants on, a long sleeve, a sweatshirt, a jacket, and then I think I'm gonna put either another jacket or a vest on. I'm a wimp in the cold. I hate it. And it's like, dang it guys, this is Florida, come on. So hopefully the wind is also bad. That's what makes it worse. So hopefully it'll warm up. I think the high today is 59. So I'm hoping we get there. We're getting all of our layers on right now, and then we're gonna head out. We've got 2 fast passes this morning, and then lunch there at the Animal Kingdom. And then we'll come back for naps. We went ahead and rented a car today because we took an Uber last night, and to get an Uber that fits all 4 adults plus a kid is just expensive and hard to come by. So we just rented a car. It's actually really cheap to do, so it's cheaper to do it that way. And then we're gonna go to the grocery store during nap, and because we've got a full kitchen over here, so I think we'll start just cooking some dinners here. Last night I read maybe a chapter in Deepest Roots, and then I fell asleep. We were all just so tired. We walked back and forth to Animal Kingdom, or to Hollywood Studios yesterday, and it's like 1.5 miles each way. And so we did a fair amount of walking, and then it was just go, go, go all day. So when we came home, it was like 9:30, and we all just crashed. So that's good. We all got some good sleep. We're ready to go. Hoping for a warm day, and hopefully tonight I'll get a little more reading done, but Deepest Roots might just be my ongoing book for this whole Disney trip because I'm not getting very much progress made. So so far so good, and we'll check in later. Bye. Hey guys, so it's about 5:30 on Wednesday, and we have spent the afternoon. We went to Animal Kingdom this morning, and it's just so cold, guys. We ate lunch there, and we ate a really good lunch, and to get there, it took us an hour because our bus is supposed to come every 20 minutes from the hotel, and it was 35. So by the time we got there, we missed our first fast pass, and then we went on a safari ride, and we decided not to take my daughter because every ride she's been on so far, it's pretty much been crying and saying she's done as soon as we get on, and so we didn't take her. And I think she would have really liked it because it was just like a Jeep that goes through the safari and you see a bunch of animals and whatever. So bummer we didn't take her. But then we went to lunch, and it was the best lunch we've had so far, but we're all still so full. And then we came back here to the hotel and put her down for a nap. My husband and I went up to, there's like a concierge level or whatever, a club level, and so we went up there and just had some drinks and hung out while my mom sat down here with her while she napped, because it's just too cold to go out and do anything. Like, the wind chill is really, I mean, I get it, I sound like a whiny baby, but it was just cold. So we sat up there and I read The Deepest Roots, and I read about 100 pages. So I'm about, a little over 100 pages in. And I just think, combined with being at Disney, the amount of magic and whimsy and all of that is just awesome. Like, this book is about 3 girls from a small town in Kansas that all have these abilities. And it's a really neat look into curses versus gifts, and kind of what these abilities, how they perceive them and how they're perceived by others. And overall, it's just really cool. So I just am really enjoying that. And I think it's about a 300-page book, so I'm about a third of the way there. And now we're about to head out to Disney Springs. Like I said, we rented a car today, so we are able to move about freely. So we're gonna go to Disney Springs and see what there is to see there, and then eat some dinner over there, and then come back and go to bed. Again, we're all pretty tired, and this is supposed to be the last crummy day, and so we're just gonna kind of take it easy tonight and rest up. Tomorrow we've got a full day at Epcot, and so that'll be really fun, and that's that. So I probably won't come on anymore tonight because we're just gonna go to Disney Springs and then eat and then come back, and I'll read as much as I can before bed. But probably, with the way I've been not staying up late at all, I have not been reading much. So probably not a whole lot to update, but we'll check in tomorrow morning. Bye. Hey guys, so it's pretty bright, so I'm a little squinty, but today is Thursday, and we are heading over to Epcot. And from where we are, it's just like a 5-minute walk, so we're gonna walk over there. We've got 5 fast passes before lunch, so we're gonna go over there and try to just go gangbusters on the fast passes and get some rides ridden. And most of them I think are gonna be just my husband and I, but we'll see if some of them, we've got a 4D or 3D Disney and Pixar short films, so we might take my daughter to that, and we'll see. But I'm a little bit further into Deepest Roots, still really liking it. It's just a good YA story about 3 girls and kind of discovering themselves and their talents and how to make them work, and I just really am enjoying that. So that's the plan for today. We've got lunch and everything over at Epcot, so next time we're back here, it'll be nap time, and I will check in. I probably won't get anything read until this evening. Today's gonna be a little crazy, but I will check in as soon as I have something to update. So it's about 4:15, and we are back at the hotel. Today did not go as planned, which I feel like is kind of the motto of this trip. So we went, we did 4 of our fast passes this morning, and then we knew we weren't gonna have time for the 5th one before lunch. So we got on the monorail to go from Epcot to, we're having lunch at Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary. So got on the monorail, then there's a transfer, then the monorail broke down. So we were literally an hour late for our lunch. And so thank goodness they still let us in. The broken monorail, like, does that happen? I don't know. So that was weird. And then got there, ate lunch. My daughter finally likes the characters, and she was dancing with them and giving them hugs, and so that was awesome. Then we come back, and we were like, gosh, is there any way to avoid the monorail, because it took like an hour and a half to get there. But we got back on the monorail, and it starts pouring. And so then the closest we can get to our hotel is Epcot, and the only way to get from Epcot here is to walk or take a boat, but either way it was all the way across the park. So we just walked all the way across the park in the rain. We're doing a really late nap time, and my hair is starting to curl. So tonight we're going to depending on the rain, I think we're just going to stay in. My husband's going to go to the grocery store, and we're going to get some groceries and maybe some takeout for dinner tonight, and just kind of stay here and stay dry, since we're all wet and nasty anyway. So we'll see what the night entails. Hopefully some reading if we're going to be stuck in, but we'll see. Hi guys, so it is Thursday the 23rd at about 9 o'clock, and I just finished Deepest Roots by Miranda Acevedo, and I really liked it. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. The only things I didn't like about it were that the ending like kind of felt a little convenient, like it was just kind of an aha moment that led to the conclusion, and I don't really like when authors do that just because it feels very convenient. I also thought that the plot line was very simple, which made it really quick and easy and enjoyable to read, but I would have almost liked like 50 to 100 pages more just to develop things a little bit more. There's a romance subplot that is just not very well developed in my opinion, and I just would have liked a little bit more. So 4 stars for me. I don't know if I've ever really said what it's about, but it's about three girls who are teenagers, and they all have some sort of talent or some sort of thing about them, and so do all the women in this town of Cottonwood Hollow. And they think that they were cursed by this lady generations ago, but then they come to realize, is it a curse or is it a talent? Like that's a gift, and they find what the intention behind the curse was, and it just was really, really interesting to see how they kind of came to grips with who they were individually, as well as a friend group, and just as girls. I loved the female empowerment and the female friendships in this. And so overall, 4 stars, very good. So I'm not sure, I'm writing my review now, and I think I've got The Handmaid's Tale on Kindle Unlimited, and I kind of want to read that, but I've just been so intimidated by that one because it's so popular right now, and so many people like it, and it's like kind of a classic. I was talking through comments to April from Getting Hooga With It, and she said she read this once, like maybe in college or something, and then again as somebody who has struggled with fertility, and I think she was pregnant when she read it, and she said just the perspective was so much different after going through fertility and being pregnant and all of that. So I think it would be I'm interested to see what my perspective is, just because I too have gone through infertility and I'm currently pregnant, and so reading about these handmaids I think would be really interesting. So I may try that. I have a couple other things on Kindle Unlimited. I also like this book, this Deepest Roots, kind of got me in a YA mood just because I liked it so much. Like the whimsy of it was really, really good. I almost feel like reading like a Sarah Dessen or something, just really light and YA. And I have a lot of unread Sarah Dessen still on my shelf, and my library has almost all of them through ebook, so I'm sure I could look it up and get one of those. So I don't know what I'll do. Tomorrow morning is Animal Kingdom. We're gonna go to Animal Kingdom all morning and do a bunch of rides and all that, and then come home. We've got lunch plans off the resort, so we are gonna take the car and go to lunch. Then in the afternoon, tomorrow's supposed to be the only like super nice day, like warm. I think it's gonna be like 80, and my daughter has been begging to go to the pool, and it just hasn't been warm enough yet. So hopefully then in the afternoon we can do some swimming. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I will check in at some point tomorrow and let you know how the day's going and what book I picked up. So we'll talk to you then. I just wanted to get back on and update about the rides we did today. We did Frozen Ever After, and that was really fun. We didn't take our daughter, and I'm very glad, because it's a water ride. You go through, and it's just songs and scenes from Frozen, and there's like some drops, just little ones, not bad, and it's really dark, and you go backwards, and it was really fun. And it was like, I mean, I'm limited on what I can go on because of being pregnant, but I'm a wuss, and so that was like perfect for me. Like the drops were small but exciting, and like all the effects were small but exciting enough for me. So that was really good. We also went to two things. We went to Epcot today. So we also went to the Disney and Pixar like 3D short films thing, and that was neat. The first two were just okay, and the third one was pretty good. I just love both Disney and Pixar. Like the Disney classics you cannot beat, but the Pixar stuff is so like cute and good. And the one that I really liked was about a dog and his owner and the family and stuff, and that was just so good. And then we also went on a ride that was about imagination and stuff, and that one we probably should have taken my daughter, but I don't know, she like, even the movie, the Pixar 3D thing, she wanted to leave halfway through. She's just not like, I don't know if it's because we don't watch very much TV or why, but like she just gets very easily overstimulated, or if she's just a sensitive kid. But so she had just as much fun. She actually had more fun like in the shops and just walking around and whatever. I can't blame her. So that, and then we went to Turtle Talk with Crush from Nemo, and that was so cute. It was this big screen, and it was like interactive, so the kids could talk to him, and somehow he understood what they said, and they could talk back. He could talk back, and it was like perfect because the kids all loved it, mine included, and yet he was like funny enough that the adults also had a good time. So it was just really, really, I would highly recommend if you have like little kids. I would say like 6 or 7 and under, that one was a really good experience. So the things we missed were Soar in the World, I think is what it's called, and Spaceship Earth, I think. And both of those we really wanted to do, but one of them we didn't have time before lunch, and then the other one was this evening, and by the time my husband got home from the grocery store and my daughter got up and all of that, it was really late and we had missed it. So hopefully maybe we can get those two in on Saturday or something, but tomorrow we've got quite a bit going on at Magic Kingdom, so we'll update later. Hey guys, so it is Friday, and I think I pretty much told you our plans for today last night, so I'm not going to go over that again, but we're definitely noticing that it is weekend traffic at Disney World, so there's a lot more people, a lot more going on. We're about to head out to Magic Kingdom, and we're going to do It's a Small World, and then a few other rides and things this morning, and then we're going to go to lunch somewhere off the resort, and then come back and swim and hang out here. So that's the plan for today. What I wanted to get on and say is that I'm about 100 pages into The Handmaid's Tale, and it's taken me a really long time to get into the writing style. I feel like it's kind of like a writing style that makes you read between the words, and I like that, and I think it's good. It's just I'm kind of in the mood for something more just simple. And I know like this one's kind of a classic and very literary, so simple is not what I should have expected. But I just feel like it's getting easier, but it's just definitely one where you have to read between the lines. So that is that, and I do think it's very interesting, like especially going through the fertility process. You do feel very like you're a science experiment, or like you're just something they're trying to get pregnant. They don't really know you as an individual, or at least that's how it felt for me. So I can relate to that. Like these women, their purpose is to procreate, and that makes sense. I mean, I understand, like she's going to the doctor all the time, and she can eat and drink only certain things, and that's exactly how it feels going through fertility. So that's interesting. It also is very easy to get wrapped up in your role as either the one going through fertility, the pregnant one, the mom, whatever. And so I like that this book, like I had said in that tag that I did with my sister a few weeks back, that I wanted to read more dystopian. And so this one is good for hitting that. And it's interesting. I don't know that I'll like love it like other people do, but I think it's interesting, and I'm excited to keep reading it. So that's where I'm at with that. Hopefully we'll get some reading done this afternoon. I didn't bring a swimsuit because I don't have a maternity one, so it'll just be my husband and daughter swimming, and I'll probably sit by the pool and read and hang out. So that's that. I just realized too, it probably looks like I'm wearing the same outfit every day, and it's because I only brought one jacket. And so I'm wearing my jacket over everything because it's a little colder than I expected. So today is gonna be awesome though. It's gonna be like high 70s. So I expect that we'll be without jackets maybe later, but I'm always cold, and this one's really thin. It's a Taggart or Old Navy or something, like maternity jacket, and it's really like thin and roomy and awesome. So I'm wearing that today, and I've worn it every day over different amounts of layers, so awesome. I will check in later. Bye. Hey guys, so we're out at the pool, and I don't know if you can hear me very well because there's a lot of music and other kids and stuff going on, but it's almost 6:30, and we are going to, my husband and daughter are swimming, and I'm sitting on a pool chair reading The Handmaid's Tale, and I'm about 175 pages in, and so far so good. I still think it's the same kind of thing. Writing style's not really for me, but the society in which they live is like really scary because it doesn't seem to be like that dystopian. So I mean, it seems like something that could actually happen, and I don't know. So this afternoon we went to Magic Kingdom this morning and did all of that. The only ride my daughter liked was It's a Small World, but and that one she had so much fun, but she was upset that she couldn't hold all the babies, and so she overall I think rides are really just not her thing. My mom said my sister and I both hated them, so I think it's just maybe she's a little too young and just a little too cautious. So then during nap time, I read a little bit, and then my husband and I went to, there's an arcade on the property, so we went and played skee ball and air hockey and like some car racing games, and it was really fun. And we spent like $10 and it got us 45 minutes of fun. So that was a good time. Now we're down at the pool. We're gonna go up to the lounge and get some snacks and just have snacks in the room tonight because we didn't eat lunch until 2:30 or 3, and so we're just kind of off schedule. We've kind of been doing now 2 big meals and then just snacks because it's just too much food. So this morning I took another picture of, like, I take the weekly pictures, and I really don't like doing it, but I did it with my daughter, and so now I have it as comparison, and it just, like, now I'm like, did I grow a lot since last week, or have we just been eating way too much? So it's a baby belly for sure. So that's the update. So we'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, so it is Saturday and it is our last day here at Disney. So today we're like really close to Epcot. So we're gonna take a walk over to Epcot and just probably do the World Showcase and just kind of walk around and see all the different areas because we didn't see them all last time we were there. So we're gonna do that and then go over to Animal Kingdom and try to catch the Lion King show, because one of my favorite things ever is the Broadway musical, The Lion King. It's just my favorite. I love it. And so I know this is just a short little video or little play, but I love The Lion King. So hopefully try to catch that. Then our favorite place that we had lunch meals this whole time was at the Tusker House in Animal Kingdom. So we're gonna go back there, do one more character lunch, and then tonight we'll come back here, maybe swim a little bit. We went swimming last night, and my daughter loves to swim. So it's 27 degrees back home. So if we can get a little more swimming in, that would be great. It's only in the 50s here right now, so hopefully it warms up. I'm like 85% of the way through The Handmaid's Tale, so hopefully I'll finish that today during nap time or maybe bus rides or something. But I'm liking it. I think it's going to be 3 stars. It's just the writing style is not for me. I don't love classics, and it reads very much like a classic to me. I want a little bit more about like how we got from here to there in the dystopian world, and I mean, that's not what the book's really about, so I understand why it's not included, but it would be nice. So that's my thoughts. We're gonna get ready and go, and I'll check in later. Bye. Hey guys, so it's almost 4 o'clock, I think, on Saturday, and I just finished The Handmaid's Tale. I'm sitting outside on our little porch because my daughter's inside sleeping. So I just thought I'd get on quick and give my final thoughts. It is going to be a 2.5 stars for me. And I know that's very much the unpopular opinion. And for me, it's just the writing style was really hard for me to get into. And I never really felt like as attached as I should or as emotional as I should. That being said, there were a lot of scenes that really were repulsive and had me angry and had me just disgusted, but on behalf of the whole society, not really the main character. And for me, I just kind of wanted to connect to her, and I just didn't. And I thought the writing style was slow. Like, I found myself just kind of reading pages just to get through them. And I don't know. I know this is a me problem, not a book problem. I also thought the end just kind of wrapped up really quick. And I was thankful for the little epilogue thing because I felt like that kind of cleared things up and made a little more sense as to what was going on. But overall, it was just okay. For me, it was more of a classic than I typically like. Just the writing style was very much that classic style where it's, I can't even put into words the style, but for me, it just wasn't what I like. So, again, not saying it's a bad book. I think the premise was really, really good and really interesting. It's if you haven't heard about it or anything, it's just about a society in which the Caucasian race is going down for whatever reasons, and so they start recruiting women to be handmaids, which is basically surrogate parents or surrogate mothers for and people of higher society and that kind of stuff, and the women are treated terribly. And so this is the story from one such handmaid. And I thought it was like I had said in an earlier clip, I think things are so wacky in our society and our government that I don't know that this is that far-fetched. I sure hope so for my daughter and for all the future generations of girls. But I just think that, yeah, the book was awesome premise, really cool, creepy concept, really gross, terrible things, and just not a style that I loved. So 2.5 stars. That may be a little harsh, but I tend to rate based on my enjoyment. And I rounded up to 3 stars. If I did quarter stars or whatever, it would be close to a 3 star. I just really found myself kind of skimming through pages. So that was that. Now, I think we went, like I said, to Animal Kingdom. Well, we went to Epcot today, and I think I had said we were going to walk through the World Showcase because we hadn't seen all the countries yet, and we knew that they didn't open till 11, but we still got there, and we were like, oh wait, it doesn't open till 11. So we saw as much as we could, which was like 3/4 of the countries. And then we went and just continued to walk around Epcot for a little bit. Then we went to Animal Kingdom and went and saw The Lion King. And it was almost like a Cirque du Soleil kind of thing. It was really fun. And my daughter really liked it. We all had a good time. And then went to lunch at the Tusker House. And that was delicious. But we're all kind of in pain now. And I was telling my husband the baby is now big enough that it's like when I eat too much, I can feel on one side digestion and then on the other side squirmy baby trying to get out of the way and Mom, come on, there's limited space in here. And so it's I have digestion pains on one side and baby movement on the other side, and it's a whole lot going on. So that's where we're at for now. The next book I'm going to start, I think, is going to be Flight Girls, which is the book club for this month for, I think it's called Book Talks After Dark now, with Shelby from Shelby Taggart Reads and Kendra from Kendra Love Books. And that live show is Tuesday at 7 o'clock Central Time. And so I haven't read it yet, and I need to. I've read, I think, every book except one for that book club, and I just love it. So I need to read that. I really don't want to, though, just because of The Handmaid's Tale kind of got me in a like funk, and so I really want to read something super easy and light, but I just don't know if I have time to read something else and that before Tuesday, because tomorrow's travel day, and I just have no idea how it's gonna go between throwing up and all of that, and I'm just praying it's a better day. But I get so stressed out about like flying in general, and then vomit and just the whole process, that even if my daughter crashes, I don't think I'm going to be able to focus very well on reading. So I'm not counting on tomorrow as being a huge reading day. And so we'll see. I'll either start Flight Girls or like one of the Sarah Dessens that I put on my Kindle. So I will update either later tonight or tomorrow and let you know. Bye. I forgot to come on and say, I think I'm going to do like my Disney wrap up tips and tricks right now, because tonight we're staying in. I think we might go to the pool again. It's really cool in the shade, but in the sun it's pretty nice. And I swear kids are like, there's so many kids in the pool, but there were kids in the pool when it was like 50. So kids just like don't get cold, I swear. I'm sitting here in the jacket that I've worn like every day. And this morning my mom let me borrow one of her jackets, so that's why I had a blue one on. But and anyway, so Disney tips and tricks. The thing I think that I would do if I did it again is get like 8 days, make it a 10-day trip if possible, and get 8 days of park passes. I would not waste money on Park Hopper, because today I think is the only day we've gone to multiple parks. That being said, I'm traveling with a 2-year-old and I'm pregnant, and so we're not like sun up to sundown at the parks. So if you're going to do that, maybe, but for me, I don't think that the Park Hopper was worth it. We've been here, we had 6 days of park passes, and I just don't feel like it was quite enough. There's a few things that we didn't get to see that we wanted to see, and also just it was so like with fast passes and stuff, it was kind of bang bang bang, and we didn't get to see and do everything we wanted to do at all the parks. So I would like maybe 2 more days in the parks. So I think 8 days. This is my dream world. Okay, 8 days in the parks, and then make it a 10-day trip. So like you have a day to maybe do Disney Springs and a day to do the pool, and just kind of less pressure. So that would be how long I'd want to stay. As far as staying on the proper, like on Disney World resort, like in a Disney World resort, I don't really think it's worth it, because I think that, like from here, we're close to Epcot and relatively close to Hollywood Studios, but then you have to take a bus to Magic Kingdom and a bus to Animal Kingdom, and the transportation, like taking a bus. Buses go from Disney Springs, and I know Disney Springs is a lot cheaper place to stay. So taking a bus, if you're going to be taking a bus, what's the difference between 15 minutes and 20? For me, I don't think, I would rather spend the money on more park passes than staying here on the property. So, and the monorail, I was really let down by that. Like my mom and sister and stuff have come before, and they have stayed like at the Polynesian on the monorail and said how handy that was. And I think it'd be handy for going to Epcot and Magic Kingdom, because that's the only places it goes. But again, you're on a bus for the other two. So I just think Disney Springs would be the place to stay. It also is kind of nice to just get out, like to get away from this, all the people and all that stuff a little bit. So, and Disney Springs still has plenty of Disney going on, so you would stay like in the vibes. And Disney Springs itself is a really cool area. So I think that's what I would do. As far as food goes, I would definitely like pack lunches and just take snacks and lunches. Like what we've been doing really is a big breakfast at like 9-ish, and then a big lunch at like 2-ish, and then just kind of snacking. And that worked, because for us, like 2 o'clock was kind of the end of our day as far as the parks go. And so I think doing that, or even doing like a breakfast and then just snacking all day and doing a bigger evening meal. However, I just think spending money in the parks, like of all the iconic Disney food, the only thing I really thought I would like to try is the Mickey pretzels, and those were $7.25 for a pretzel. And for me, like I'm too cheap for that, so I didn't do any of that. And think that, again, money would be better spent with extra park passes, or like I've been searching and searching and searching online for a Chip from Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is my favorite movie, but Chip, they have the coffee cups of Chip, and I found some online that were like outrageous, so I bought one here. And that, like, I would much rather spend money on that kind of stuff than a $7 pretzel. And so that would be my other advice, is just somehow figure out how to do like a big meal at the start of the day, and then a big meal whenever you go back to your hotel, and then just snack in between, bringing your own snacks. So that's all my Disney tips and tricks, I think. For me, like, we've been all talking about what our favorite parks were, and I think I don't know. I think Hollywood Studios or Epcot, just because Magic Kingdom is full of magic and fun and all the iconic things, but it's just so busy. And like right now is the off season. We've been told that like now into January, after all the holidays, and then also like into July when it's really, really, really hot, those are kind of the slow seasons here. And like there's still so many people at Magic Kingdom that it's just like exhausting just in and of itself. So Magic Kingdom, definitely don't skip it. I love it, but I think 2 days there is plenty for me. Then Epcot, I love it. It was really fun. Like they have the World Showcase. They've got just so much stuff there. And we even went to, I forget what it was called, but like it was like a hub thing in the middle of Epcot, and they had a 3D movie. Like it was all around you, and it was about the history of Epcot, like kind of what they're doing. It took you through like all the different countries, and it had like the fireworks and stuff, and you're completely surrounded, and it was really cool. I don't know why that's not more popular. It was just a walk in. They've got this video constantly playing, and that was really cool. Hollywood Studios I love too, because it's smaller and just feels very manageable for a day. My favorite ride I think was there. It was the Toy Story Mania or something. It was really, really fun. You got in a car and you wore 3D glasses, and then you like shot at things just in like an arcade way, and that was really, really fun. So I don't know. I loved all the parks. Animal Kingdom is my least favorite, but just because I feel like, I mean, you get the different countries in Epcot, kind of, but not in the same way. And I don't know. It's just not my favorite, but still really fun. And I would still like to go back. My husband is into Avatar, like not into it, but he saw the movie, likes the movie. And they have that Avatar Pandora area or whatever, and we did not get to go through that. So there's just a lot of stuff that we didn't quite get to do that I think another day or two would be awesome. But that's that. So those are my Disney tips and tricks. Sounds like somebody's choking or I don't know what's going on below me, but I'm going to let you go. And tonight, so Disney also has this cool thing. If you stay, like I think on one of their resorts, they will take your bags for you to the airport, but you have to have them ready 3 hours before your flight. So tomorrow we leave at 10:15, which means getting them ready by 7:15. So I don't know how we're going to swing that, but I think we're going to try to condense to at least one bag. And so then, because we're not leaving here until 8:30, and so I don't really want to get us all fully ready at 7:15 and then just sit around for an hour and 15 minutes. And we're going to try to eat lighter breakfast just in case anybody gets sick. It's not gross, or not as gross. So I think what I'm going to do is just try to condense as much as we can tonight into 2 bags. My husband and mine, try to get one of them full, ready to go, so that can be done by 7:15, just because going and having them already checked and all of that is so handy. So that's the plan. Tonight, like I said, is just going to be hang out at the pool, maybe eat dinner, snacky stuff around here, and then pack up and try to get some good sleep. So I'll probably update, I don't know when, because I think tomorrow morning might be a little crazy. We've been getting up at like 8:30. Well, my daughter and husband have been getting up at 8:30. I've been getting up at like 6 to go work out or whatever. But so I don't know. Tomorrow's just going to be a little crazy morning, I have a feeling. And my husband and daughter are neither really morning people, and I'm very much a morning person. So tomorrow could just get interesting. So we'll see how it goes. I'll check in either later tonight or tomorrow morning or when we're back in Kansas. I'm not really sure. So we'll talk to you sometime. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm just coming in to check in quickly. It is Sunday and we made it home, and we made it home sans vomit. And so I am so excited. Dramamine worked. Everybody told me though that she was gonna fall asleep. And so I texted some of my friends that have used Dramamine before, and I was like, I gave it to her 20 minutes ago and she's still running laps. And they said, well, maybe 60 minutes. No, I think, like, my husband is one of those weird people who Benadryl does the opposite and like makes them a little crazy. I think my daughter's that way too, because she wasn't super crazy. She was just definitely not sleeping on the flight, but she also was not throwing up, and that is awesome. So happy mama, happy baby, everybody's happy. So we just went to lunch at Olive Garden, and then now we're gonna drive back to our town, because we're still in Kansas City and we don't live here in the city. So we're gonna drive back to our town. Hope my daughter will take a little nap. I have read mostly last night, because like I said guys, anxiety is real, and I have anxiety about a few different things, but specifically flying and vomiting are like two of my big triggers. And specifically, like, also vomit in general, but like seeing my daughter in pain or hurting, I think that's any parent. But so I'm just the type of person that, like, the whole time we were at Disney, I was thinking about today and stressing about today and just unnecessary anxiety. So I didn't get a whole lot of reading done. I am about a third of the way, I think, through Flight Girls, and I'll put up a picture of that, because I'm not sure who the author is, Noel something. And again, that is the book for the Book Talks After Dark with Shelby from Shelby Taggart Reads and Kendra from Kendra Loves Books. And that live show is Tuesday night, so I'm gonna finish that. Hopefully today would be like, fingers crossed, good situation, because I'm gonna read on the way home, and then we have to go to the grocery store just to at least get enough for tonight and tomorrow morning. And then my daughter and I can do a bigger shopping tomorrow. But so we're gonna go there, go home, go to the grocery store, and then just kind of unload. I'm the type of person that if I get to a hotel, I like to completely unload into the drawers and everything. And then as soon as I get home, I like to at least get the easy stuff out, meaning all the dirty clothes, the toys, the diapers, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it'll take me a little while to like hang up the stuff that's still clean, but really I just like to get that stuff done. So hopefully I will get that all done tonight, and then finish Flight Girls before bed would be ideal, but maybe tomorrow, I don't know. I'll get on later, either today or tomorrow or sometime, when I have an update, either with thoughts on the book or letting you know I finished it. I am really liking it so far. I was, like I said in one of the last clips, I was really not wanting to pick it up just because I just read Handmaid's Tale, and I just wanted something really light that, like, I didn't have to think about a whole lot. But this one is written just so easy to read, and just so consumable, and it's very, very, very good. It's about, the book starts in 1941, and it's 4 girls, but mainly follows one that she just loves to fly. And so then of course World War II starts, and she gets involved in that, and it just follows her story as a female pilot during World War II. And so it's just very, very good. She's very relatable. I really like her as a character, and so far I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So I'm not going to give too many of my thoughts, because like I said, I want to wait and discuss all that in the live show. So if you haven't read it, you're not going to see this probably, because I think I'll end the vlog today that's probably what I'll do right now. I'll probably just wrap this up because I wanted this to be Disney only, and so it might be a 2-part vlog. I'm not sure how much footage I have, but so I probably will just wrap this up without finishing Flight Girls, but maybe you may or may not see this before Tuesday. So if you have a chance to still read it and come join the live show, please do, because I love this group. It's so fun. It's generally relatively small. The hosts, Kendra and Shelby, are so good at like interacting with they read every comment and respond, so it's not like you're just watching them two interact. And there's also the guest co-host of Nicole from the Girly Girl Bookworm. They do a different guest host every month, and that's who it is this month. So, and if it's too late, it's already passed, then go back and normally they leave it live on one of their channels, and so watch it if you would like to and join next month. I don't know what next month will be, but I love the group. So that's that. This was a wonderful, wonderful week, and just coming home from vacation is just a buzzkill for everybody involved. And coming home on a Sunday is not my favorite thing to do, because then tomorrow is just a regular work day. That's it. I will let you go because I'm rambly, and thank you for watching this vlog. I don't know if it'll be 1 or 2, but if you have watched it all, thank you. And also, if you have any Disney tips or tricks, or just if you've been to Disney, if you have any fun Disney experiences you want to share, please tell me. Also, if you've been to Disneyland, tell me your thoughts on that, especially like as it compares to Disney World. I think so we did, like, one night I was on my phone Googling stuff, and my dad and husband were like playing Google or Disney trivia. I would ask them random questions and they would guess. And so we learned so much about like that Disney World wasn't even started until after Walt Disney died, and like Epcot wasn't until the 80s, and just all this stuff that I had no idea. And I mean, maybe it's Disney 101, but I didn't know Disneyland was first. And I want to like someday go there because I've heard it's smaller and a little more manageable, and I think it's also a little cheaper. I'm not sure, but it's just further from where we live because we live on the east side of Kansas. So I would really like to go there someday. So if you have any thoughts about that, let me know. If you have any thoughts about any of the books I read, please let me know. I'm gonna go now. Talk to you later. Bye. Where did I say we were going? What park do we go to today?